gives them the opportunity to distribute themselves and promote the show in a way like they have never been able to do before. So I am really happy for these guys, and I hope this time slot we got them about 2.5 months ago really benefits them, especially in the summer months of 2012 and long into 2013. An incredibly talented cast. You know, on the April Fool's Blank edition of Victorious, Victoria Justice, at the conclusion of the show, when she brought all of her cast members and herself out on stage to thank the fans for the show and a lot of guest contributions, she said that she had a very talented cast for Victorious along with herself. And it really is a talented cast. I mean, everybody on the cast can sing. Everybody on the cast definitely offers something different and brings something different to the table. Each episode of Victorious emphasizes how much one particular cast member means to the show, because everybody has an equal opportunity on Victorious. One edition of the show could be about Jade and Beck. Here recently, the worst couple show, they break up and go their separate ways. Really looking forward to finding out how that benefits them, because over the last couple of seasons, in seasons 1 and 2, we haven't really seen much of Jade and Beck in separate roles. So now with them breaking up, now we're going to be able to see them do something different. On season 3 of Victorious, we have seen so many different roles. Everything from the Jade and Beck thing to a show being about Trina in season 2. Kind of a clue feel for that one. Who did it to Trina? We have seen things like Andre's horrible girl here in season 3. A show emphasizing on how crucial he is to the show. A lot of shows emphasizing, of course, how crucial Victoria Justice is. Everybody has had something special and been devoted a certain portion of the time in every season of Victorious. It's not just an emphasis on one particular character. Of course, it stars Victoria Justice because of her incredible success on shows like iCarly, where she played Shelby Marks, and herself for iParty with Victorious, which was a Nickelodeon channeled original movie. And it's incredible, you know, just to see how many opportunities these guys have been handed with since the premiere of Victorious. I think something that a lot of fans really need to pay attention to, especially in season 3, something that jumped out at me when I began doing this web show series on YouTube.com, was how much the characters have changed and metamorphosed from seasons 1 and 2. The change of these characters and the changes they have gone through really stand out, especially in season 3. Now, I know it's only been a couple of months since season 3 was launched, but we have seen an incredible metamorphosis of all the characters, not just one, but we have seen an incredible metamorphosis of everybody. And I think that's one thing that a lot of fans, especially younger fans, really need to pay attention to, how much the characters have changed from season 1 right up until season 3. Now, if you're a younger fan, about 4 or 5 years of age, you're not really going to pay much attention to the metamorphosis of the characters, because you probably don't even know what metamorphosis means. Basically, what metamorphosis means, describing it for you, is a change that the character goes through from the beginning of the season, in season 1, right up until the current time. You're going to be paying more attention to the singing and dancing on the show than you are the metamorphosis or anything crucial that's happened. But one thing that really jumped out at me, and I hope you do take note of it as you're watching season 3 progress, is the change of the characters, especially how much Jade and Beck have changed from seasons 1 and 2. Of course, they break up in the worst couple edition of the show. I saw that a couple of Fridays ago. I actually saw the premiere of it, and that was probably the best one of season 3 I've seen. Everything from a game show that Sinjin tries out for, turning into a disaster for the gang. So it's really awesome seeing how much the characters have changed, and really a change is implemented in the worst couple. You can find it probably on YouTube, and I'm going to be telling you on the show, if you haven't seen any shows of season 3, I'm going to be telling you on the show how you can actually see some of the shows from season 3 of Victorious on our Twitter page at HEW Entertainment Jonathan Clarke 1, so make sure you keep listening for that. We have a couple editions of the show on our Twitter account at twitter.com HEW Entertainment Jonathan Clarke 1. In addition to that, you'll find a lot of Victoria Justice music videos and Victoria Justice interviews and clips, so make sure you keep listening for how you can find out how you can get access to all of that via our Twitter account, especially editions of the show which you probably have never seen. Very different season of Victorious. I like how all the original cast members are back for season 3. I like how the show has changed, and I really do give Dan Schneider a lot of credit for making Victorious the way he has. What I don't give Dan Schneider a lot of credit for is how he hasn't promoted the show as much as he should be promoting it. Originally what this show was in was a time slot on the weekends, and it was originally supposed to have been a weekend thing. I wrote a couple of emails, I got under the skin of a lot of people, and after about 6 to 8 weeks of really pushing for it, we got them a permanent time slot in prime time on the weekdays, Monday to Thursday. Didn't think it was going to work initially upon writing the letter. Wrote a lot of crucial points, made a lot of crucial notes about the show, what needed to be changed. I talked about everything from the video game to the really cool line of merchandise they have out with the dolls and the soundtracks and everything, and why TV paid attention to it. And I wrote a couple of additional emails in addition to that one to a lot of different networks, and we did get them the time slot on a couple of networks. It is awesome. And I actually went to Wikipedia prior to writing these letters and found out that Victorious is not just on 2 or 3 different networks. It is on different versions of Nickelodeon in the world. They're on everywhere from Australia to England. It is awesome. And if you go to Wikipedia and actually Google Victorious on Wikipedia, you'll find out a list of all the networks they're on. It is awesome, ranging everywhere from YTV to Nick Canada. It is incredible just how much promotion this is getting, especially in Season 3. Promotion they need. I don't give Dan Schneider a lot of credit because it seemed to me, initially when I first started watching Victorious, how I came across the show, I still don't know to this day. And if you ask me how did I find out about Victorious, I wouldn't be able to tell you, because it just kind of was on TV one day and I just started watching it and really took a diverse interest in that show. Something you wouldn't think I would take interest in, but I did. And I said to myself, you know, what can I do for a show like Victorious? What can I do to make this show really jump out and exceed the expectations of anybody, not just fans, but producers of the show, friends of the cast members, family members of the cast members. You know, what can I do to make this show benefit, if anything? So I came up with the idea to try to get them a time slot, and we got it for them. And since then, the show has really gotten far, and I'm really, really proud of not just one cast member. I just can't say I'm proud of Victoria Justice or Daniel Mont. I'm proud of everybody, from Victoria Justice right down to Eric Lang, who only comes in as Psychowitz for a couple of special appearances on the show. But since implementing this time slot, they have gone a tremendous way, and it's awesome. You know, just seeing the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, which we're going to be reviewing back on March 31st, and them taking home an award. I'll reveal what award they took home. Everybody from Taylor Swift to Justin Bieber, taking a look at the award winners list that I have here, took home awards at the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards this year, and I actually tweeted a list of award winners and nominees on our Twitter page at HEW Entertainment. Jonathan Clarke won. It is amazing, the list of award winners. Even Selena Gomez took home probably more awards than anybody on the ballot. It is incredible. And we saw a lot of incredible nominees, everyone from Kelly Kelly to Victoria Justice. And Victorious was able to take home one award at least, and it was for an incredible category that could have been won by any show on Nickelodeon. Not just a Nickelodeon-produced show, but any show for that matter. They even had an award for video games. Surprise, Victoria Justice Time to Shine or Hollywood Arts Debuts didn't take home the video game award. But really proud of them, and that really puts into perspective for me, and should put into perspective for all of you, how much Victorious has meant to a network like Nickelodeon. I mean, they were responsible for a lot of shows you probably didn't think they were, like Are You Afraid of the Dark, Incredible Story Studio, Rocko Modern Life, Rugrats, responsible for all these shows in a crucial decade, the 1990s and early 1990s. I mean, some of their shows lasted about 7 to 8 years, premiering as early as 1993 and lasting up until at least the early 2000s. So that's incredible. Nickelodeon shows did take home a lot of awards at this year's Kids' Choice Awards. They're already promoting the 2013 Kids' Choice Awards. And, you know, Victorious is no stranger to winning Kids' Choice Awards. Wasn't expecting them to win a Kids' Choice Award this year because they had award nominees anywhere from Big Time Rush to Selena Gomez, but they did. And it really put into perspective for me just how far a show like Victorious has gone and how far it can go. It just boggles my mind, trying to wonder why it didn't seem like Dan Schneider and a lot of producers didn't have a lot of faith in Victorious. They should have had this amount of faith in Victorious when it first premiered. Incredible. I know there's a lot of doubt in the back of your mind when you first premiere a show. You're wondering if it's going to produce the ratings, if people are going to talk about it on Facebook and Twitter, especially in a time now when Facebook and Twitter is so popular. Just recently, Facebook surpassed over 900 million users on Facebook. Just 3 or 4 years ago, when they celebrated their 5th anniversary, they were only up to 500 million. So you're wondering if a network like Facebook that has over 900 million users is going to be talking about it. And I think there was a lot of doubt in the minds of the producers and the writers and the creative team as to whether or not Victorious was going to be able to produce. And it did. So now with them knowing that this show is going to succeed, actually has a chance, hopefully they'll finance it better, give it the time slot it needs in the States, where it's still being done as a weekend thing apparently, but in different parts of the world like Canada, it's being given a time slot very deserving of. And for additional details, you can contact your local cable or satellite provider to find out how you can get access to YTV in your area. You can see Victorious Monday through Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. They've edited the promos. They're promoting it better than they initially were, and I thank YTV all the time for giving us what we initially asked for. It is incredible. And we released a video blog here on youtube.com, Jonathan Clarke 22, for our archives, where I went on a public forum and I thanked YTV for taking the time to review our video blogs on Victorious, listen to our show, and stay in contact with us. And in conjunction with them, we are promoting Season 3 of Victorious. There is a lot to talk about when it comes to Victoria Justice, everything from guest appearances to awards to albums that she's released, not just for the soundtrack of Victorious, but albums devoted to herself, self-titled albums, titles with different interesting titles. You might be able to catch some of her albums on torrents, and if you can actually pick them up for about $10 or $15 wherever music is sold, definitely make sure you contribute to Victoria Justice by listening to some of her music. She has a lot of incredible music, not just for the show, which is available on Soundtrack or iTunes. It's awesome. It's incredible just to see how far a girl like her has come, really competing with the likes of Miranda Cosgrove, Amanda Bynes, who I actually just got a friend's request from on Twitter the other day. A fan page devoted to Amanda Bynes is actually following our show. She has a lot of competition, but I think Victoria Justice is actually really keeping up with that competition. So it's incredible just to see how far she has come, competing against the likes of Hilary Duff, who just recently did something to her son's cord there, I read on MSN the other morning. And then you have Miranda Cosgrove, who's doing a tremendous amount for iCarly. Umbilical cord is the word I'm searching for there when it comes to Hilary Duff. And then you have people like Big Time Rush, who are doing a lot for Nickelodeon. So it's incredible just to see how much Victoria Justice is hanging in there with the best of them. She just added a couple of tour dates also to her up-and-coming tour this summer. Dates for Philadelphia as well. Additional information I'll have for you throughout the course of the show this afternoon. A lot of great stuff happening. Victoria Justice is also tweeting more than she initially was, keeping up with her fans. And if you actually tweet Victoria Justice, you might get a response from her, because she actually